WNDU celebrates 70 years in Michiana. We're looking back at our station's history. Weather, of course, has played a huge role in our history, but more importantly, the personalities who brought the weather to life.
Jack Van Meter has a look at WNDU's first chief weather forecaster and joins us now live. Jack, you are too young to have watched this fella, aren't you?
Yeah, I have. Dick actually retired back in 2001, the same year that I was born. But his name was Dick Addis, and he helped serve the community for decades. I recently found a box of old fan mail addressed to him, which inspired me to dig deeper into one of our station's first chiefs.
Check out that severe weather outlook through tonight. We're right in the target zone, and there are several watch boxes valid tonight.
Dick Addis, a name that resonates with Michiana and a legend of WNDU. Dick was our station's first chief meteorologist and an early pioneer of not just broadcast meteorology, but TV itself. Lori Miller has been a longtime viewer of Channel 16 since moving to Michiana in 1976. She has fond memories of watching Dick cover the weather.
He was a little goofy, and he did remind me of that. And I thought it was fun, you know, to take something that I really enjoyed. I've always been interested in the weather, and take something like that and make it fun, make it something people want to listen to. And yet he seemed very knowledgeable. It wasn't like reading a newspaper where it was all just black and white. In some ways, you never knew what you're going to get. And so it was fun to listen and say, well, what's he going to say today? What's he going to do today?
Santa may have to dodge the lightning and thunder this evening?
Yes, he could get electrocuted, so I guess...
That's terrible to say, Dick.
I guess
no, Santa will not get electrocuted. He'll be just fine. We'll be right back.
Staying on the topic of iconic WNDU meteorologists, I sat down with Gary Siebert to talk about his time working with Mr. Addis.
He was sort of bigger than life because he was this quintessential 70s weather guy. He was half comedian, half weather meteorologist, greasy hair, mutton chop sideburns, loud jackets. I mean, and people still sort of chuckle about that because they grew up with this character.
Sitting at home for a few days, couldn't go out.
Many people still have memories of the infamous blizzard of '78. Dick was on top of it nearly around the clock, making sure Michiana stayed safe and informed.
And Dick Addis was on almost 24/7. So we're watching this. He was staying here, well, not at this building, but at the little building we had on campus. Dick was staying at the station. He was sleeping overnight and you know, just constantly on the air doing all this weather reporting.
And I remember for a week, you really couldn't get out of the house, and they had to have big end loaders come down the street to move the snow. Our front door was completely drifted over, couldn't find our car in the driveway. We had to go out through a back door and kind of shovel our way around.
Dick officially retired back in 2001, and since then he has left a box of letters behind. The cardboard box contains dozens of letters dating as far back as the late 60s through the early 80s. The letters are a mixed bag, with some praising him. The only reason I continue to watch WNDU News is exclusively your approach to weather reporting, degrading him.
I tried to watch the weather, and instead I got some guy named Dick Addis trying to do a comedy show. We want the facts.
And has installed lightning arresters on the sleigh as he passes over Michiana tonight.
Or just viewers speaking their mind.
Interesting. It says, Dear Dick, you're our favorite weatherman, but you're driving me crazy since got these new weather maps. You stand in front of Michigan and Indiana, and I can't see. It says, please stand in the Pacific and use a pointer. I love that one.
If you ask many of our longtime residents of Michiana about their favorite local meteorologist, many, if not all, will name Dick Addis. He was larger than life on and off the screen, but more importantly, a staple in the community and was active for multiple decades. And finishing off our forecast for the day, it doesn't need to be said, but here we are, legendary. And that, of course, is a nod of the hat to Dick Addis, who would end every single one of his forecasts with the weather word of the day. Dick officially retired back in 2001, where he moved down to Florida and passed away in 2006, at the age of 74 years old. While he's no longer with us, his legacy will be woven into the fabric of not just WNDU, but of all of Michiana. And we do have these letters here still to remember him by. Here's that. What camera am I at here? Hold on, one of them. There it is. Take a look at that. That was one of the pictures that one of our viewers actually sent in, and on the back of it you can see dated 1974, December 12th there. And it's just great, some of these letters we got, and this one's really funny too. It's like, we don't care about the temperature at the airport, nobody lives there. You know, and it's just great stuff that I've just been sifting through ever since I got here. I found those boxes, and it's just great entertainment.
And you have a big
really.
box right below you right now, filled with dozens and probably hundreds of letters.
It's close to that. Let's see if I can.
Wow, look at all that.
Oh, there it all goes. There it all goes. Yeah, tonnage right there.
Let's make sure we keep those.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the best one that we found in there is the official report from the National Weather Service during the blizzard of '78 with all the stats written out from the airport. I mean, that's just history right there. It's very, very cool.
Good stuff. Man, fun. Well, and I'm glad Andrew could be with us too, because the legacy continues.
Absolutely.
It does.
All right.